Kendrick Lamar was wrong. The revolution is being televised.
Very much, but it's
The reality is that Bad Bunny is huge in every single Spanish-speaking country in the world.
Yeah.
So I mean, now with him doing the halftime show, the entire Spanish-speaking world, which we're talking hundreds of millions of people, are going to be watching at least that portion of the Super Bowl, which means hundreds of millions more viewers.
What's the biggest sporting event in the world? So wait, black and brown people? Evidently, this country isn't as racist as many of you think it is.
It doesn't matter that he speaks Spanish or he's Hispanic or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's because of what he stands for.
And then what happens is,
for people that have a strong stance on immigration in the country now, they are going to view Bad Bunny performing at all as un-American.
yeah,
And I think it's worth mentioning the progression of like the government and the state of it in America can be marked really well by Super Bowl performances. So Kendrick Lamar, his whole premise, like the messaging behind his was that the revolution will not be televised. Fast forward a year, we have Bad Bunny performing in pretty much the height of tense immigration discourse.
So the revolution is actually, Kendrick Lamar was wrong. The revolution is being televised.
Very much, but it's I think it's just something we need to pay attention to because these big artists are taking this huge stage and they're trying to create awareness and shed light on these issues.
Okay.
You know.
So that would be even more reason then for people to question the motivations of Bad Bunny, or like, hey, wait, hang on a minute. Do we really want this guy who's not directly supporting, but indirectly supporting the policies of the current policies of the U.S.? And you could say, well, they're not I don't support those policies. I know, but you're not in the White House, right? We got somebody else in the White House, and they're their policies, so they're ours. Yeah. Christ rhymes with Christ from Utah says, do you think the NFL is promoting Latin artists like Bad Bunny because they actually care about representation or because it's good marketing? Dude. Nikhil, do you want to answer that question?
I don't think the NFL gives a crap about representation. I just think it's only money motivated.
Yeah, seems like it. It's a multi-billion-dollar empire, man. It seems like money is money. Doesn't matter.
I just wanted to add on to the Latino parents caring a lot about the Spanish language. Like, even I have a lot of friends who are Latino, and, you know, they're second-generation immigrants, and they don't really care that much about me. Their parents, on the other hand, care a lot.
Yeah,
they care so much. I've had times, one of my friends' parents are like, oh, speak to me in Spanish. They don't know a lot of English, right? And I'm trying my hardest. And I've had other times my friends' parents are like, learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Like they're telling me to do it. They're not like, oh, you should learn Spanish.
Yeah, pick it up
right now.
Learn it. It's easy to learn and learn. Whereas like Hindi, for example, we're not teaching that in very many schools across the United States.
Yeah,
but
like even to like people that have a problem with that, where Latinos are having a hard time learning English and they want people to learn Spanish. And like some people like feel entitled that they should English. Like, pick up Spanish.
Well,
it's
hey, that's what Bad Bunny said. He said he's going to sing in Spanish at the Super Bowl. You got 3 months to learn it. Go out and get started.
You're basically unlocking like an entire region of the world.
Yeah. Okay, we can see that. And what do you think about? I mean, when I look at the numbers, 44 million people, those people are not Americans, right? They are Americans. So
they are down the street from your house.
Yeah.
They are your neighbors, seriously. And you want to connect with your neighbors?
Yeah, okay. So there's a good reason to.
No, I don't think any of it has to really do with inclusion at all. And I say that as a Latino who loves Bad Bunny's music. I really do think it's just to reach a bigger market because, I mean, I think you look at all of South America with the exception of Brazil and really all of Latin America, any Spanish-speaking country, no one watches a Super Bowl. No one could, no one watches it. No one could care any less about American football. But the reality is that Bad Bunny is huge in every single Spanish-speaking country in the world. So, I mean, now with him doing the halftime show, the entire Spanish speaking world, which we're talking hundreds of millions of people,
Yeah.
are going to be watching at least that portion of the Super Bowl, which means hundreds of millions more viewers.
And Bad Bunny's popular in Europe. He's popular in West Africa. Bad Bunny's popular in East Asia. Bad Bunny's popular all over, man. This is a serious artist. So, yeah, it's interesting, right? That it's just pure money. And so if you are thinking about the value of sort of promoting the United States in sports and so on out, then you would think like, oh, this is a good idea. This is great. It's pushing the American culture out into the world.
I would like to add something, and I will say that, yeah, I agree. The NFL is trying to get on a more of a worldwide stage with these more international games, as they have been, they've been trying to push like 18 international games a season, and I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind a 9:30 a.m. game. Wake up, watch football all day.
What's the biggest sporting event in the world? Do you know? Do you know? What football? Soccer. Like, what's the biggest?
World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think my recollection, if I'm correct, someone could look this up, about 100 million people watch the Super Bowl. But the cricket match between, Pakistan and India, almost 1 billion people tune in. The cricket match, the championship match between India and Pakistan. Someone look it up, but I think my recollection is it's almost like 1 billion people. And the Super Bowl, because here, if you're in the United States, you think, oh my God, the Super Bowl, it's super, it's big, the whole world's watching. The whole world's not watching, y'all, right? They're not watching, but they're watching the World Cup semifinals. They're watching the cricket match between India and Pakistan.
So you said earlier that a reason some people may have against Bad Bunny is that they don't like that he's promoting what you said as like I guess pro immigrant stuff. And that some people might see that as anti-American, but he's an American and also has free speech as well, which is an American ideal. It would I fail to see how that is a strong reason, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. I think the argument, although some people might make the argument that he's supporting what he considers to be the rights of people who are here, and other people think, yeah, you're here, but you don't have a right to be here. So therefore, we as the legal system in the United States have a right to come after you. But his is just an idea. It's a free speech. I mean, here we are, man. You should say like, okay, that's cool, Bad Bunny. You can say whatever you want because this is the United States.
I feel like people would be complaining no matter what. I feel like every year people will complain. If it was Taylor Swift, people would complain. Morgan Wallen. So I feel like maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but that's just kind of what it is.
Nah, you are. And social media makes it a big thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have talked about Bad Bunny, except it fits in with this issue of immigration, right? It fits in with this sociological issue of language. How many people really speak Spanish here in this nation called the United States of America? And how people who speak Spanish are not less American. And so it's something to get us to really think about. But the truth is, in a very simple terms, what you're saying is people are going to complain about anything at all, man. So just like, what? And this is how many native English speakers in class are bilingual? Hey, how many people in here who are native English speakers are actually bilingual? Raise your hands. It looks like maybe like 40 or so, 40 or 50. Jennifer from Indiana, like 40 or 50 in class. All right, go ahead, man.
So you guys were talking about like how Kendrick Lamar performed last year and like that it was less controversial. Like I want to push back in that it was controversial. Like a number of the like Fox News commentators and like Republican politicians talked about not liking him. And then also, like you were talking about, like more of the height of like Black Lives Matter stuff. Kendrick Lamar performed in was it 2022?
Yeah, also
As well, and like the NFL requested that like him and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg censored lines about the police in their songs.
Yeah. No, but the difference is this: the people who didn't appreciate that narrative or those ideas, they were not as empowered in the media and elsewhere to really get their voice out of opposition. Unlike now, in this particular case, there's really much more of a swell or a movement, and people.
Oh, I agree completely with that. I just wanted to say, like, the same people thought the same thing about that as they do about this.
Well, also, by the way, can we go back? Can you go back to the one slide with the Spotify, all the artists on Spotify? A lot of black and brown people, man. A lot of black and brown people here. And then if you look at who's performing at the Super Bowl, at the halftime show, going back the last 15 years, lots of black and brown people. And so for whatever reason, these are the popular folks. You know? So wait, black and brown people? Evidently, this country isn't as racist as many of you think it is. Think about that. Because white people are listening to all that, man. It's not just black and brown people, it's white people. And also, white people are watching the Super Bowl. So, I'm just saying. All right, bro.
To answer Buddy's question down there, Sam hit it like right on the head. Like, literally, because of Bad Bunny's, thoughts about immigration and stuff like that, conservative people who are for Donald Trump's policies are not really going to like what he has to say. So, of course, they're going to protest it and go against it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who he is or what he is.
It's what he stands for. It doesn't matter that he speaks Spanish or he's Hispanic or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's because of what he stands for.
And then what happens is, but it's other things also that become equal to that alongside. And I think that probably the immigration thing might lead the way, but then you get this other side of speaking Spanish, only singing in Spanish, and then it's like, oh yeah, and another thing. Oh yeah, and another thing. And so it becomes like this kind of thing one after another.
I think people also, there's an argument to be made, because I was trying to think of an argument like against, like I believe what you guys are saying, but I was trying to come up with a counter argument just to think about the other side. I think there is an argument to be made where people who maybe aren't like thinking, like, are just, they don't like the fact that a sport is being used to push an agenda in their minds. Like we talked about, like people got really mad when, and I did a little bit too, when the camera would constantly pan to Taylor Swift a year or two ago because she was dating Travis Kelce at the time, and the NFL, only caring about money, wanted a bigger female viewership. And they're like, oh, women are obsessed with Taylor Swift. Let's show her 20 times in a broadcast in the Super Bowl. And and then there are people rightfully like, I came in to watch football, not Taylor Swift. And I can understand how there are some people that would say, like, I came into the Super Bowl to watch football and also like be able to understand the halftime show. Now I don't think that is the strongest base, but I understand why he speaks in fully Spanish, but I can also understand why people would be like, well, I can't understand him and this frustrates me. And like, I just want to watch like good old American football or whatever.
Yeah, dude, awesome points.
No, I mean, I can definitely understand that. Like,
Wait,
good
hold
old,
the mic really close.
like, yeah, good old fashioned American football. But like, also, I feel like
you're not a football fan?
No, I'm a soccer
You're
fan.
a football fan.
Football.
Football.
Yeah.
Fan. A football.
Like World Cup. But something I would like to mention is I think no matter what, sports has always had an agenda. Sports has always had politics. We've always had people who have been the first to push movements, whether it be like the first POC to play in football or baseball or something. Sports have always been political, and they've always been used to push a certain agenda. So I feel like, I don't know, I don't really fully agree with that argument, but I can understand why some people would think that. However, I also think that they need to consider the other side.
Okay, so what do you think about this? So the irony here is capitalists will, the money, people with the money who want to make more money, are going to do whatever they can do to make more money. And so controversies, first off, Bad Bunny, they don't give a damn what he's singing about. He can sing about anything in the world. It's like, wow, this guy's popular. Let's go. And there's controversy. We can even make more money off him. Does that feel, how is like a young, how do you feel about that as a young budding capitalist?
That's a great question. I think that instead of people getting upset at Bad Bunny for singing in Spanish and, for being pro-immigrant and having his own agenda, I think people should get mad at the people who are maybe using him to
divide and conquer.
To divide and conquer, I would say. I absolutely agree that he should be there because I personally I just love his music, and I think even if you want to understand what he's saying, also he just makes good music. Try listening to it; it's good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess there's an argument there.
No, you all sound very fair-minded and thoughtful. So this is good. Yeah, go ahead.
Going off what she said a little bit, she was talking about how his music's mainly about Puerto Rico and all that. While that is true, one of the big things about Bad Bunny is that he's always going to speak up for the people of Puerto Rico. He's a big person to give them their voice. So a lot of his songs actually, and in his music videos, some of those videos that are the most popular on YouTube, they're calling out a lot of American stuff, a lot of American policies that are placed on them. So his latest album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, that was based off of the fact of gentrification happening in Puerto Rico because of Act 60. So even in the music video, you see there's constant, jabs of, inflation. Mainland Americans moving into that.
American people coming down from the mainland with all their money and driving up the price of
One
rent.
of the songs on his album is called Lo que le pasó a Hawaii, which is talking about gentrification in Hawaii, and he's comparing that to what's happening in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And then if you watch all his music videos also, there's always some subtle hint. If you watch a music video from New York, he added a clip of Donald Trump where he was talking about Hispanics living in the U.S. and he has a clip where they have a ton of Hispanics and they cut off the radio and they just walk away from the radio from listening to Donald Trump.
Yeah, so that's a political move. But here's the other side. When the hurricane hit Puerto Rico 10 years ago, and we just left most of the island without
He made songs about that too.
Yeah, exactly. He wrote
There's songs
a song
about that too. He has plenty of songs that talk about, or he's always making comments saying that Puerto Rico is kind of, despite us treating it like a U.S. state, we don't give it the same treatment as a U.S. state.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And yet half of Puerto Ricans are vote again and again to not become a U.S. state. So, okay, listen. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Do you have one final one?
Can I say something real quick?
One final thing.
One final thing. I think, if anything, real patriotism is about when bad things are happening, speaking up about them. So what American policy is affecting Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, that is in a way patriotic because it is contributing to the United States as a whole growing, in my opinion.
And there is a lot of racism against Puerto Ricans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of negative sentiment.